One of my Facebook friends sent me this video. I think it's quite interesting, especially when black females are always asking, where are the good black men? They're always saying that there's no good black men out there. I'm going to show you this video and I want you guys to check it out. This is why so many black men have turned away, good black men have turned away from black females. I want you to check this video out and I'm going to speak briefly on it. Check it out. Now my question is, would she have done that if she was dating a white dude and a white dude took her to Applebee's for her birthday? Now, this is something I might have done. I might have taken a woman to like maybe McDonald's. I don't eat McDonald's. And if I take a woman to McDonald's for her birthday, that should tell her, wait, you don't even eat McDonald's, so I know that there's something that's coming after this. See, look, brothers, sometimes we have to test women to see where their mind is before we even get with them. You know, you have so many dudes out there that want to impress the female because he want her so bad. He start out buying her all this lavish stuff, jewelry, clothing, taking her out to expensive restaurants, showing her a nice time, trying to win her heart over. She's going to continue expecting that if she decides to give you play. And when you stop doing those things, or when you slow down from doing those things, guess what? She's going to go find somebody else that's going to take your place. Now, I would have done something like that. And then, just to see her reaction. I only want to see her reaction to see how grateful or how thankful she is. And if she handled that well, then the bigger things are expected afterwards. Maybe a trip somewhere, or a chopper ride somewhere, you know, like over New York City or whatever, right? But something bigger would have occurred that night after I saw the reaction, how she handled the small things. I remember when I first met my son's mother, and I met her in church. And I wanted to see where her mind was. I wanted to see if she was a gold digger, because that's all we seem to run into nowadays in the black community. Black men seem to run into always gold diggers. You know, always concerned about how much money you got, what kind of job you have. If you're a drug dealer, what can you do for her? She's selfish. So what I did was, she wanted to go to the movies. So I'm like, fine, we can go. No problem. I said, but listen, I don't have a vehicle. And she said, that's okay. I said, if you don't mind taking the bus, we can go. She says, okay, that's fine with me. I said, and I pay for the movie, you pay for the popcorn, or vice versa. You know, you pay for a movie, I pay for the popcorn. She said, cool, no problem. So in my mind, I'm thinking like, oh, okay, all right. So when the time came for us to go to the movies, I said, okay, let me get the bus schedule and I'll tell you what time the bus is supposed to be downtown. And you meet me downtown at like Rite Aid. We meet at this particular place at this particular time. So she's like, okay. So I got the bus schedule, found out what time the bus went down, and met her downtown, right? I didn't dress up. I had a pair of jeans on, a pair of t-shirt, a t-shirt, some sneakers, and a hat. Baseball cap. So I met her downtown. We took the bus. Had the best time that night. Went to the movie theater. Got there. Walked in the door. I paid for the movie, right? And then we got to the concession stand. I started buying the biggest popcorn, the biggest drink, some snow caps. I don't even eat snow caps. But because she was paying and I was testing her, I wanted to see where her mind was. And brothers, we got to start testing these females before we get involved with them. So I bought snow caps. I bought the big thing of snow caps. And at the same time I'm ordering this, I'm watching her reaction, right? So she went to order. She said, well, I'll just get a small popcorn. I said, well, you know what? We can share this. I said, just get like a small drink and then we can share the popcorn, right? So she's like, okay, cool, right? So she got a small drink. She got ready to pay for it. When she was going in her purse, I said, put your money away. I got this. And she said, oh, no, I'll pay for it. I said, no, I'm fine. I'm fine with that, right? I paid for it, right? So had the best time. We had the best time at the movies, taking the bus to the theaters. The really small things. The very small things in life, man, is what matters the most, right? And so the night ended, went home. So about a week later, I called her up on the phone. Hey, listen, this movie is playing at the theater. You down to go? Right now, in her mind, she's thinking, I don't have a vehicle. She said, sure, I'll go with you. Right now, most black females, a lot of black females would, number one, would go off and talk about the dude and say, he cheap. We took the bus and he want to pay half and I don't want, he's a cheapskate or tightwad. I don't want to deal with him. And then she lose out. And she wondered why that same brother would end up with somebody of a different race, right? That's doing quite well. So we went to the movies. I said, okay. I said, yeah, we cool. We can go, right? So I said, and then she said, well, let me check the bus schedule and see what time the bus leaves. I said, no, that's okay. I'm coming to pick you up. I'll come pick you up. And she said, oh, and what? I said, I have a vehicle. I said, I only did that because I wanted to test to see where your mind was, right? I said, but I have a car. I'll come and pick you up, right? So from that point on, from that first initial engagement at the movie theater, me being a tightwad, we have 2 sons, right? So a lot of times, man, good relationships could come out of a cheap date. I'm going to repeat that. A good relationship can come out of a cheap date because you both are having fun at the very small and simplest things in life, man. Instead of going out, spending all of this money, man, on a first and second date, man, trying to impress this female, you impress her by the way you treat her with the really small and simple things of life. Now, in this case, I would have probably done the same thing. Not that type of setting, because I think that was kind of like more for a child. And maybe that's why she went off, but she didn't want to go to Applebee's, right? But I would have done something similar to that. And then I would have kind of watched her behavior, watched her attitude after that. And then I make my decision whether or not she get the bigger things, right? So a lot of times black women, they miss out on good men because of nonsense like this. Now, she came at this dude wrong. First of all, she smashed that in his face twice. Then she gonna come back at him like she's a dude and gonna tell him to do something. See, this is why there are dudes out there that have no respect for black females. And there's dudes out there that would have knocked her cold. Now, this dude probably didn't do it because he recognized that was a trap. See, a lot of black females set traps for dudes, man. They would get in a man's face like this chick did. And then when he do something, then she play the victim And everybody is saying that's a female. You don't put your hands on a female. Well, she's got no business coming at this dude like she's a dude. And see, chicks like this, I have no respect for. So if had he knocked her out, I would not have been like, yo, you shouldn't have hit her, man. That's a female, man. Look how much bigger you are than she is. Well, she got up in a chair. So at that point, she's taller than him. He should have floored her, right? And I'm not a person, man, I don't support men putting their hands on women. I'm 57 years old. I'll be 58 in December. And to this day, in my whole life, I've never in my life had to put my hands on a woman. If I ever feel like I need to put my hands on a woman, I don't need to be with her. It's time for me to leave, right? So, no, I don't condone men putting their hands on women, but at the same time, females should not be in a dude's face like she's a man. Because there's dudes out there that don't see you as a woman, right? You have a lot of down low dudes out there that think they're women. And they don't see you as a woman. They see you as an adversary, a threat, right? So there's a lot of ungrateful black females out there, man. And I know there's somebody going to comment, put a stupid comment saying, oh, we're not the only one. White women do it too, right? But this is the reason why black females cannot find good black men, or good black men would end up with another race of women because of the fact that there's black females just like this chick that don't know how to appreciate something simple. And like I said, I personally wouldn't have had that kind of setting, right? But I would have done something crazy. That's just how my mind is. I'll do something stupid just to watch your reactions to it, to see if you're grateful, like I did with my son's moms, right? So I was like, yo, let's go to McDonald's. Let's go to Burger King, right? Okay. She was grateful, man, because that told me right there that she was not a gold digger. She's not materialistic. Listen, I bought that woman so much jewelry, man. I bought her pearls. I had bought her diamond. And to this day, if you were to ask her where they are, she don't know, because she's not materialistic like that. You know, and I had to tell her, like, look, do you realize you just can't, like, just lose your stuff like that, man? But one earring over here by itself, it's like she's not materialistic. She's never been materialistic. To this day, she's the same person she was when I first met her, right? And so this is why black females cannot find good black men out there, because of things like what this female did in this video. All right. So you guys feedback. You tell me what you think. Subscribe. Until next time. I'm fearless.